Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It is Sunday, so today we are going to go through the sales update for the week. It is the first week of Q4 and sales are off to a hot start. If you're new to the channel, we've been going at this for about 4 months, going on 5 months. The first couple months it was part-time. The last couple of months have been full-time reselling, and the goal has been to get to about $2,000 in net profit by the time we reach Christmas, peak holiday season, and then continue onward from there and hopefully maintain that. This week, we hit the goal prematurely. So I want to go over the top 10 sales this week and how we got to over $2,000 in net sales for the first week of Q4. So total sales were $2,995. That's only up 20% from the last period. That left us with a net sales of $2,055.29. The net is up 40%. I think I was around $1,500 last week. Huge jump, and you'll see why, because of a couple big items that sold this past week. But we did jump up. We went 70 items sold, which is up 4% from last week. Continuing to move that trend upwards. I'm hoping that my average gets to around 100 items with an average sale price of about $35 per week. That's really the goal long term, to maintain that. So we're working towards that. We're at 70 sold. Average sales price per item is up 25%, which is huge. It's at $42.80. That's massive, but it's because a couple of high ticket items sold this week. So let's go ahead and get into the top 10 items that sold that got us to this number. First off, we have some Nike running pants. These are just a lightweight breathable. If you find the Nike running, you can see on the little drawstring there that it says running on it. These joggers or lightweight pants, they sell really well. Sell-through is pretty high, and they sell for anywhere from $25 to $35. So I pick these up if I see them. They're usually, $5 to $7 when you find them out there. Definitely a good snag. It's kind of a bread and butter. Next up is this DVD, well, Blu-ray. I talked about it in my last haul video. I couldn't believe it. I listed it at $49.99 with my 20% off sale. Some of them sell all the way up to $60. But this sold overnight. I listed it and I woke up the next morning and it had sold for $40 plus shipping. So that was a great find. If you find Chicken Little 3D or 3D Blu-rays in general are usually a good pickup. Not every single one, but a lot of them are, because Blu-rays kind of died off. So the people that do have Blu-ray players and enjoy the Blu-ray experience are still looking to pick these up. Next up, we have a vintage pair of Levi's Silver Tab jeans. These were a eBay arbitrage to resell on eBay. So I picked these up. I like to look up Levi's jeans and just sort by lowest price to see what's out there. And if there's something good on like a bid style, I'll bid. I bid 99 cents on these and I got these. I think I paid $7 or $8 for shipping. So I ended up paying about $10, but they sold for $40. They were dirty. Their pictures did not show how dirty these were. I listed in my listing dirty in all caps and made sure to show close-ups of kind of the griminess of them because they were pretty filthy. But they still sold for $39.99. Next up, we've got a pair of Trail Runners, Merrell trail running shoes, size 9. These things were in excellent condition, as you can see. Not quite like new, but just excellent condition. These things were great. They sold for $43.99, and they went fairly quick. I think I had these for about a month. Next up, we have the Sony SLV. This is one of the more sought-after Sony VCRs. This is not like a VHS VCR combo, DVD combo. It's just a VCR, but this one will play the VCR recordables, and it's just a sought-after unit. So this one sold overnight as well. I got this for $7 because they had a 30% off deal, and it was $10. So this was a great pickup. That sold quick. These VCRs that are in high demand, I think this one has like a 250% sell-through. I've got a few people that follow my eBay store that specifically are looking for VCRs because I post them somewhat regularly, and I get repeat buyers on all the VCRs that I list. They buy them as soon as I list them. Next up, we have a Hart Schaffner Marks. This is a Chicago fit. Chicago fit is a good fit for these Hart Schaffner Marks blazers. This one, I did take an offer on. I took 55 on it, and it sold not too quickly. I think this took about 60 days to sell. But this was a good wool blend blazer. I'm not sure what the Chicago fit is specifically, but yeah, as you saw there, it's wool and spandex, so it's got a little bit of stretch to it. Really nice blazer, but this one sold for 55, and I'm happy with that. Next up, we've got, and this was in one of the haul videos, the Primaloft Gen 3, the Extreme Cold Weather Parka Jacket. This is like a military issued parka jacket, and it did have some stains and marks. So I had a couple little like burn spots here, and then on the collar it was a little bit stained up, and I listed that all. These normally go for around $150, but I took an offer at $94 for this one, and it sold within about a month. Here is a vintage 90s camo mossy oak. This one was a little bit of a headache for me. So I listed this accidentally at $29.99. It was supposed to be $99.99. Somebody bought it instantly. I listed it at $29.99 on accident, and somebody bought it instantly. And then I canceled it because, and I let them know that, hey, this was a price error, this was a mistake. I let them know that I was listing it for $99.99, and that's what it was supposed to be. And I listed it for $99.99, and it sold instantly. And then somebody messaged me saying if I canceled, they'd give me $200 right now. I didn't want to take another ping on cancellation, and I also wanted to honor the buyer who got it at $99.99. So I didn't cancel it and didn't sell it for $200, but there is something special about this. I know these are vintage. These are like first run mossy oak with this label on them, but I didn't realize the value. The 3 pockets, you're definitely looking for the 3 pocket on these things. The fall leaf, I think, is what they call that, or the green label. But these will sell for all the way up to like $300, $400. So now I know for the future not to list this at $99.99. But I did also just pick up another one off of Poshmark. So I'll be listing that as soon as it gets shipped in. So definitely be on the lookout. I've been trying to mess with some arbitrage between Poshmark and Vinted for some categories. It seems like Poshmark is not too hip to the camo stuff, the vintage camo stuff. So it looks like you can get some deals over there on that kind of stuff. So I'm going to try to dive in a little deeper and see if I can't, find some scores over there. Next up, we have one of my favorite items that I'm sad to see go, and this is the Ralph Lauren Varsity Leather Black Wool Letterman jacket. This thing was awesome. I did pay $45 at a boutique shop. This sold for $400. I had it for about, I'd say around 45 days, maybe 6 weeks, somewhere in there. But this was just such a cool piece. It was awesome. Hopefully it goes to a great spot and they get to wear it or collect it and look at it. But this was just such an awesome, unique piece. And then finally, for the biggest sale of the week, we have the Wayne Dalton iDrive garage door opener. And this was, from what I was told, brand new. It looks like it's brand new. Hold on, next one. So it looks like it's got all the components. There is a little bit of a scuff there on the actual motor. But this thing appears to be complete and brand new. I listed it as open box. I got an offer for $500 and I took it. I got this at a garage sale, which funny enough, it was just a sign that somebody left out. The guy wasn't having the garage sale anymore. He was packing up all this stuff from the garage sale, actually. And I pulled up and I asked him if he was open or if I'm too early. And he said that actually it was done. He wasn't doing it. And I asked him if I could look around and, still buy anything. And he let me look around. So I looked around. I found this, and I found an old antique harmonica that was still in the box that it came in, which was kind of cool. I'm keeping that for myself. But I got this for $10. Which was a heck of a deal. But yeah, that's my biggest sale this week. I'm so excited that Q4 has started off hot. It's going to be a tough week to top. I really don't think I'm gonna top this week next week, but I think we'll build up to this area. But let me know in the comments how you guys have done this week. Are you seeing an increase in sales because we've kind of turned the corner into Q4? Or are things slow? I mean, I had a couple days this week that were really slow. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday were all super slow. I'm usually selling 10 to 15 items a day in my store, and all 3 of those days had like under 5 sales. So I was getting really concerned. But then I think Friday was the day that all the sales came in. I had like over $1,000 in net profit on Friday alone, which was crazy. But let me know in the comments how you're doing. Have you found anything awesome this week? Has anything big sold? Have you been seeing an increase, a decrease? What's going on out there? And if you've made it this far in the video, please like and subscribe. Helps me out a lot. Lets me know that you guys are enjoying the content. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day and that your football team wins today. All right, I'll see you guys soon.